Hello, it's Friday the 23rd of December and welcome to this week's news bulletin from the Christian Institute. David Cameron has said Britain is a Christian country and we should not be afraid to say so, as he marked 400 years of the King James Version of the Bible. The Prime Minister said the Bible has helped to give Britain values and morals which we should actively stand up and defend. Mr Cameron, who recently contributed to the online People's Bible project, noted the massive impact of the King James Version on language and culture, and he also commented on the Bible's impact on politics. He said, "The history and existence of a constitutional monarchy owes much to a Bible in which kings were anointed and sanctified with the authority of God." The Prime Minister continued, "The Bible has helped to shape the values which define our country." Homosexual activist Peter Tatchell has offered to testify in defence of a Christian employee who was disciplined because of private comments he made online about civil partnerships. Adrian Smith, a housing manager with Trafford Housing Trust, was demoted and had his salary slashed after he posted on Facebook that registering civil partnerships in churches was an equality too far. Now Mr Tatchell has lent his support to Mr Smith, saying, "I am backing his bid for reinstatement and I'm prepared to testify in his defence." Adrian Smith made his comments in his own time on his own Facebook page, which is not viewed by the general public. He was not threatening or intimidating. Tesco has moved to distance itself from comments made by one of its executives, Nick Lansley, after he branded Christians who oppose the redefinition of marriage evil. Mr Lansley had written the remarks on photo-sharing website Flickr, where he listed his employment as head of R&D at Tesco.com. A spokesman for the retail giant said, "Our values as a company are such that we abhor criticism of any religion, and we knew nothing about Mr Lansley's comments until they were brought to our attention. We are very sorry that anyone might have thought there was any blurring of the boundary between his personal comments and his work for Tesco. We have therefore asked him to remove the comments and he has done so." Over 17,000 singers across the UK and Switzerland teamed up last weekend in a bid to break the carol singing world record. The record currently stands at 14,000 and is held by the Disney Corporation. Peter Kerridge, CEO of Premier Christian Radio, which organised the singing, said he believed they had broken the record and were now waiting for official verification. East Keswick Methodist Church was just one of the locations where classic carols Silent Night, O Come All Ye Faithful, Hark the Herald Angels Sing, Away in a Manger and O Little Town of Bethlehem were sung in the record attempt. Mr Kerridge said it was inspiring to see so many people taking part. It's brought people out to celebrate and really be a part of the spirit of Christmas. Finally, we hope you've enjoyed watching our weekly news roundup and look forward to bringing you much more during 2012. And as this is our last bulletin of the year, we've compiled this special look back at some of the main stories we've covered during 2011. In January, hotel owners Peter and Hazel Mary Bull were ordered to pay £3,600 in damages to a homosexual couple because of their policy of only allowing married couples to share a double room. Jose Enriquez, the evangelical Christian who was one of 33 Chilean miners trapped underground for 2 months, visited Durham Cathedral and spoke of his experience exclusively to the Christian Institute.
"Let not your heart be troubled."
The Prince of Wales read from John chapter 14 for an online version of the King James Bible as part of the version's 400th anniversary celebrations. And the Christian Institute's report on primary school sex education in England made headlines around the world. Scottish First Minister Alex Salmond said he personally supports homosexual marriage and will hold a public consultation on redefining marriage in Scotland. Meanwhile, the country celebrated the royal wedding of Prince William and Kate Middleton. In May, leading disability charity Scope warned against weakening the law on assisted suicide. The Church of Scotland voted in favour of allowing homosexual men and women to serve as church ministers, and the Christian Institute launched its new weekly video news bulletin. Baroness Cox introduced a new bill to Parliament to tackle the problem of Sharia courts in England and Wales. And the Scottish Government bowed to pressure, including legal action by the Christian Institute, by delaying a new sectarianism bill to allow time for proper consultation. The Reverend Dr. John Stott, one of the most influential evangelical leaders of the 20th century, died at the age of 90. New guidance from the Medical Defence Union says GPs are free to pray with their patients as long as the patient is receptive to the offer. And proposals were published which suggested allowing commercial abortion practices to advertise on TV. Following the outbreak of rioting in the UK during August, Prime Minister David Cameron hit out at the lack of proper parenting, upbringing, ethics and morals in our society. In September, police in Lancashire told Jamie Murray, the owner of a Christian cafe in Blackpool, to stop displaying Bible texts on a video screen, alleging it breached public order laws. David Cameron praised homosexual marriage in his keynote speech at the Conservative Party conference. Housing Association employee Adrian Smith was demoted and had his salary cut after he commented on Facebook that registering civil partnerships in churches was an equality too far. And the government opened a consultation on police powers, with many calling for the removal of the word insulting from Section 5 of the Public Order Act on the grounds that it criminalises free speech. A new campaign group, Scotland for Marriage, was launched with the aim of persuading the Scottish Government to retain the current one-man and one-woman definition of marriage. The NSS took its attempt to halt prayers at Bideford Town Council meetings to the High Court, despite councillors voting in favour of keeping the tradition. And the Scottish Government's controversial anti-sectarianism legislation was passed, which included a robust clause to protect freedom of speech. Well, that's it for 2011, the year in which we also celebrated the 20th anniversary of the Christian Institute. Don't forget you can stay informed and get more information on all of our stories, plus much more, by visiting our website at christian.org.uk. On behalf of all of the team, can I wish you a very happy Christmas and a peaceful New Year. Goodbye.